Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Catfish Kyle, your host. I appreciate you for tuning in. If you hadn't subscribed yet and you enjoy just watching normal old fishing in the creek, we're up here in middle Georgia. We put out videos of just me catching fish. If you hadn't subscribed, I hope you will. I know I've been missing in action. It's been hard to fish. Hasn't been any water in the creek hardly at all. Finally got a little bit of water in the creek, and so I'm going to try to see what I can do to catch some fish. I won't lie to you, I have been doing a little bit of hunting, so that's kept me out of the house, out of my wife's hair for a little bit, but man, I've been itching to fish. I hope that the water starts coming up and we can put out a whole lot more content real soon, but I appreciate you for tuning in. Now, let's go fishing. I got a hit on this piece of cut bait. Oh. Oh. Doggone it. Golly, he got me hung and come off. Another hit on cut bait. Another hit on cut bait. In the rain. Cold rain. I don't know what this is, y'all. He's doing that. There's a lot to get hung up on in this hole right here too. I saw it, it come off. It was a mudfish. It was a big old bowfin. A big old bowfin. I think that's all that's in this hole right here. Is bowfin. All right, you sorry joker. What do we got here? Man, another stupid bowfin, and I don't know what the deal is with me not hooking into these fish. My hook is sharp, it's new. Yeah, folks, this creek has been so low, I haven't been able to get in here and do any fishing. I apologize for no videos. Man, I've been wanting to fish. I've been wanting to put some out. I had to go back and get the trolling motor because this creek was a little more swift than I thought it was. It's dropping again. It got up to about 6 feet. But what I did, I come in here yesterday and I tried to fish. Man, the fishing was terrible. I was able to catch one brim. I cut it up and put a few lines out for cut bait. See what happens there. Only about 5 lines was I able to put out. Not a lot happening in this creek, but I appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see what we can do. All right. I seen a limb moving up here. I seen it moving. I don't know what might be on there or what might not be on there. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna see. We're gonna see here. I didn't put the trolling motor on. I just got the old paddle. Feel something? Oh, we got us a catfish. Yes, sirree, we got us a catfish. We got us a catfish out. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Nothing real big. Nothing real big, but it's something. Let's go ahead and take this line down. Go ahead and take that line down. There we go. What you think, y'all? I like it, son. I like it a lot. You know, sometimes I don't even really like to use the trolling motor if I'm coming down creek. I just like to float. Creek's a beautiful place. It ain't all about catching fish. I love to catch fish, but somebody tells you they catch fish every time they go, they ain't telling you the truth, or else they don't go very much. One of the wonderful things about out here on the creek is that you're in the middle of the woods. All this land on both sides of me is private property. Now, I don't own it. I don't even really know who owns it. But my point is, nobody's back here. I hardly ever see anybody. If you see anybody, they're squirrel hunting or duck hunting, or they're fishing like me. It's a wonderful place. Get away from everything. Just enjoy life. It's kind of windy out here today. It's kind of blowing me around a little bit, but look at these spots up in here. One day maybe I'll give y'all a tour of the different spots that I like to fish and why I like to fish them. Going by one right now, in fact. I'll spin us around, you'll be able to see behind me. See how that's a little slough up in there? You got a slough like that, and you'll have a lot of bait fish that'll go up in there because the water's not as swift. The bigger catfish will go up in there because they know the bait fish are in there. And so I like to set me a trot line once in a while in that area. Set me some limb lines right in here, because these catfish will come out of this deeper water. They'll make their way up into these smaller areas there where the fish can not have to worry about fighting the current so much. They can have them a field day eating those fish over there. All this up here to my right is it's a sandbar. When it gets low, you can see it. Everything on this side is deep. This side is shallow. It's because of the way the current goes. Current eats out the bank over here, makes it a little bit deeper. And so when you run lines, you want to run them on this side over here, on the deeper side, where the bigger catfish are. Once in a while, I put some lines right up in here. Always catch fish. Got something. I don't know what. A piece of cut bait. It's like a catfish. Oh yeah, look at there. That's a nice channel catfish. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, we barely had, you talk about whisker hooked. Buddy, that was whisker hooked. Literally whisker hooked. Think of that. Boy, if we were eating fish today, you couldn't get no better than that right there, son. If we was eating fish today, that would be it, honey. I'm telling you what, honey child, please. That's it if you eating them. Boy, I love you. I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna let this other one go too. Let you get a better look at him. Blue catfish right there. Woo. The other one was a channel. I'm trying to let you go, honey. I'm trying to let you go, honey. I am trying to let you go. Trying. Good grief. I'm gonna give you a little tip here. Take that fish I just caught now. I'm literally fishing feet away from where I had a limb line sitting all night long. On that limb line, there was a little shiner about that long. It wouldn't have been nothing for that catfish to eat it. Wasn't a big catfish, but he could have easily eaten that little shiner. I cut that shiner in half, threw it out there, like I said, just feet from where the limb line had been all night long and half of yesterday. I immediately caught that fish on that piece of cut bait. Now, what was the difference? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes they hit live bait and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they hit cut bait and sometimes they don't hit live bait. I've seen it many, many times. You'll have lines up in here with cut bait, and then you'll have some with live fish. All the live fish will get hit. Nothing will touch the cut bait. I've seen the opposite happen. Cut bait will get hit. Live fish won't be messed with. It's just the way fish are. So when you're fishing, it's really good to have a few different types of baits. Even if you've got live bait, you're fishing with live bait, well, take one of them. Cut it into a few pieces. Make sure you can, try some different baits, because fish can be finicky at different times of the year, different days. They can be real finicky. You'll increase your opportunity when you're not real one-dimensional with your baits. That's a perfect example of that. Had another hit on this cut bait. It was a good hit, but it looks like he stopped. Let's check this bait. Nope, he didn't get the bait, but I got a leaf on here. See that 3-ounce weight? That's a flat weight, so whenever that current blows it, it don't roll like those egg sinkers do. I'm getting a bite over here on my worm. Had one more piece of cut bait. I put it on and start this bend here. I was getting a hit. Not sure what he wants to do with it, if he wants it or not. No bait. Well, that was our last piece of cut bait, folks. Times are tough with Catfish Kyle. And the brim and the bluegill don't seem to be wanting to do anything with these worms. Hey, all you can do is try, am I right? Here's a cool thing out at the creek. Look at this tree. Now this tree is just as alive as it can be, but the water flow has taken out all this dirt in here. Look at this root, how far it goes right here. That tree there could fall at any time. Right now it could fall. You gotta have faith to fish out here, buddy. But you could see the strength of this current. It just eats out all that. One day that tree will fall. Probably won't be too long. Look at that. When water gets up high, old catfish will love to get right up in there, sit there. wait for something to come by so he can eat it. Now this right here is cool. See this big old log? This thing, when the water was higher, was floating down the creek, and it got lodged right in here in this tree. See how half of it is up on the bank? Half of it's right here in this tree. Pretty cool, huh? Came right down that creek right there. I could pull it down if I wanted to. I don't want to. I always think it looks cool. There was a whole bunch of trees right there not too long ago, falling across there, and I had to bring the chainsaw out here and saw them up. So man, that's a mess right there in that strong current. There's so many trees and junk all over there. Just give you an idea what I have to deal with here. There's the other side. Well, that's today's show, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I believe this water is going to start coming up real soon, and we're going to be able to put some fish in the boat that'll make you proud. So stick with me. We're still on this journey. We're not going to hit that journey of catching 200 catfish on camera this year. You know, fishing just kind of stalled out for us. But hey, we blew away the other goal, which was to catch one that weighed at least 21 pounds. Man, we caught some good fish this year. But I appreciate you for tuning in. Until next time, this is Catfish Kyle. I'll be seeing you. GoPro, stop recording.